All right, guys, what's happening? What's happening? Happy Wednesday to you. It is Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. It's nice to be back, man. Up and back to Detroit yesterday. Some of you guys probably caught me in the airport yesterday when I jumped on just to say hello and got home late last night. But, man, a successful day in our world at the Pavement Group. And just awesome, man, to be able to get to do what I do every single day with the people that I get to do it with. And so it kind of triggered me to think about, the things that I have learned over the past handful of years here, going on 4 years of having this company. And I wanted to talk to you guys this morning about what you believe is possible. Because if I were to go back in my life, the greatest perspective shift that I could have is probably believing that more is possible. And it's still probably the thing that I work on the most today. So that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
Man, I got to tell you guys, this morning was not easy. The internet in my house was messed up, so I had to go reset that. Dealing with all kinds of stuff this morning. The kids are trying to get up and at them and off to school here. And I got home super late last night, so got a bit of a late start compared to normal this morning. But yeah, this topic, guys, I wanted to talk to you about, what do you believe is possible for a reason, right? Because, I think that many times in our lives, like the reason that we don't, achieve at the level that we could, the reason that we don't make progress at the rate that we have the ability to, is because of our own personal beliefs. It's our own inability to see what's possible. And it's one of the greatest gifts that we have, is just to have faith, just to believe, right? Just to imagine and dream about what's possible. And I wanted to talk about this morning because as I was flying home last night, man, I was just reminded of just how much at times it's hard to believe. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to see what is actually possible. And I was talking with Mike yesterday. Mike and I were on the trip. Mike and Tony and I, and we were just talking about, like, man, if you look back at what we believed was possible in what time frame, it's probably the greatest opportunity that we have for the future is just believing more in advance, widening our minds to what's possible. And so I ask you that question this morning. The title of this video and episode is, what do you believe is possible? So I ask you that to consider in your own life. What do you believe is possible? Is there something that you've been wanting to do but just never have? Is there, a goal that you have that seems too aggressive to you, but in all reality, it's probably exactly what you need to shoot for? And, it's very interesting in our company. I've always kind of been coined as the crazy one because I always, kind of set goals that are out ahead of what everybody else thinks is possible at that particular moment. And, yesterday I was having some conversations with people, and it's interesting to watch their minds shift and start to believe that more is possible through the conversations that we have, right? And so when you start looking at these things and you start watching things come together correctly, like, just one thing after another, you start to really be able to believe in more than what you used to believe in. You start to be able to set goals that are bigger than what you ever thought were possible. Like, it's super uncomfortable to do. But as you live your life year after year after year, and you start to see these things being possible, and you just have this gut feeling like, man, I'm capable of more. There's more out there. I sent a text to our team last night, and I won't share the whole thing, but the idea of it is that, I was just expressing gratitude for, like, what we are able to do together. Our team at the Pavement Group is just incredible. Like, the most exceptional people that all have a singular vision, all on the same page. We're far from perfect, but we have a team that really believes in what we're doing. And we believe that our clients are better off working with us than anybody else. And, the gratitude that I have for them for making, what was at one point in my life a dream come true. And so I look at the things that we're doing as a company. I look at the ways that we're able to impact, the people who are on our team, our clients, the contractors that we work with across the country. And literally for 38 years of my life, I, by most people's definitions would have been viewed successful. Always had a great job, always made pretty good money. At times made really, really good money. But as I shared with the team last night, there was always something missing. I knew that there was something that wasn't there. And when we started this company, I was searching for what that was. I was looking to see, like, what is it that's missing, man? I knew that, starting this company, when we started this company, the idea was to do something completely different. And from the very beginning, we believed in what was possible. And all of those people who have, contributed that are on our team have taken that from, a dream, like something that I believed was possible. And they've literally shown up every day to make it a reality. And, when I look at my life today and I wake up every single day, I don't feel so great this morning, to be honest. I'm tired, was traveling all day yesterday. And, when I look at my life, even right at this moment, like, I feel so full of life, so motivated to get what's next, to show people what's possible, to continue building a company that can allow our team to grow, right? To not just grow our business, but to grow personally and as fathers and mothers and husbands and wives. And when you believe that that's possible, when you write things down and you consistently talk about it over and over and over and over again, what happens is that those things start to just happen. The big goals that you set that seemed unreasonable, the conversations about how people want to change their lives, buying homes, doing whatever it is, all of these things, start to seem possible. And I ask you again this morning, when you think about what we're talking about here this morning, what do you believe is possible? Are you selling yourself short? Are you selling the people around you short because it's scary to win at that level? I can tell you this, guys, like, to be transparent and a little vulnerable here this morning. Like, I haven't always, I haven't made everybody in my life happy with some of the things that we've been able to achieve. Like, not everybody is happy for you when you win. And so it takes sacrifice. And I say that because I think that a lot of us, me included, sometimes cool down the temperature of our lives because we don't want to offend people, or we don't want to seem crazy, or we don't want to seem greedy, or we don't want to seem arrogant, or we don't want to seem whatever that is, right? Whatever that is for you, whatever that fear is, you have to overcome it. And I share that with you because I believe that we are all put here for a reason. And I shared this with the team last night on my text. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. When I wake up every single day, I know that what I'm doing, that God has chosen this path for me. Like, I know it in my soul. I know it deep down in my soul that the road ahead, man, is going to be so incredible because I know that I'm living in exactly what I'm supposed to do right now. And so I ask you that question. What do you believe is possible? Do you believe that you can find that in your life? That you can have that on a day-to-day basis? You feel like you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing? And I can tell you, like, I haven't always felt like what I was doing at that particular moment is exactly what I was supposed to be doing. But I knew the vision. I knew where I was trying to get to. And I still do, right? Like I'm not where I want to be by any means. But I know that at this moment in time that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm doing it with the people that I'm supposed to do it with. And when I look around and I look at, Brett just made a comment here, like, when you set massive goals and you get to work, man, what you can accomplish is mind blowing. And that is happening right in front of our face at Lead Revenue right now. And the same thing is happening at the Pavement Group. The same thing is happening in Top Contractor School. And so I ask you guys to consider this. What is it in your life that you're shortchanging and why? Figure that out, man. Because our time here, guys, is extremely short. There's not a lot of time. People ask me from time to time why I'm in such a hurry, why I'm always moving and why I'm always doing stuff. Because I don't know how much time we have here. Tomorrow's not promised. Your family depends on you to deliver. And so for me, I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry to achieve. I'm in a hurry to get where I'm trying to go. I'm in a hurry to help the people that are around me be able to get to where they want to go. But you have to believe it first. You have to believe it. And I say this to our team all the time, and I say it to people that I coach and interact with. Sometimes you have to borrow the courage to get started. Sometimes you have to borrow someone else's belief in you, the courage to take the first move, to believe that there's more out there for you. But when you start to believe that, the results of it are unbelievable. They're immeasurable. And so for most of us, we're trained in this mindset of we work today to get a paycheck next week, or however that works for you. We trade our time for money. And we forget the bigger picture. We only see right in front of our face. And one of the greatest lessons I've learned over the last handful of years is that if you just go after it, man, with reckless abandon, with everything you have every day, you will feel incredibly confident about yourself. You'll believe in yourself. You know that you keep the promises to yourself and others. So you get this deep-rooted belief. And that compounding effect of showing up every day is unbelievable. Brett is a great example of that. I've never seen anybody show up at the level that he does. One of the most successful people I know still shows up every day and goes full throttle. And when I say full throttle, if you probably can't wrap your mind around what that looks like. I'm talking, 14-hour days every day, pretty much working for someone who has already achieved. So I ask you, what do you believe? Because I know what Brett believes. What he believes is possible is way greater than anything that most people can comprehend. And that's what allows it to be possible in his life. And by the way, that's inspirational to everybody around him, including me. So ask yourself that question. What is possible? What do you believe? And where are you shortchanging yourself in your own life? Think about that today, guys. Start to think bigger, dream bigger, set bigger goals, and show up, man, and leave it all on the field every single day. And you'll be blown away at what happens in your life. Thank you guys for being here this morning. I will see you again tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. I love you guys. Thanks for being here.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.